Hello everyone, how's it going? Appreciate you being here. Just kicking off all the streams. It looks like we're good. We're live on Sarlona, and welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream on twitch.tv/DDO stream, youtube.com/DungeonsandDragons/live, and facebook.com/DDO Unlimited. Yep, we are spectin' slashing weapons. I'm DDO's Community Manager Cordovan, and like I say, I'm on a level 30 on Sarlona. Looks like we got some mid-epic level characters here joining me. Hello, Druid's Fire, Bestiad, Puff Granny, Javur, QM1 Kincaid, Flyflung Flu, Silent, Samus, Musky Aelin, Ranger X, Steelmaster 24, and the whole crew. Hey, how's it going? Why don't we do Legendary Tempest Spine?
This is going to be painful.
So, welcome. Just kind of trying to decide what I'm actually going to be running here. So, looks like I did settle on Legendary Tempest Spine just now.
So what's the bonus this week?
The bonus this week is the return of Crystal Cove. We're having an encore. Thanks for bringing that up. It kicks off late Thursday morning, runs through September 19th. Which is, so through next Tuesday, and that's due to Talk Like a Pirate Day, basically. We're bringing it back for that.
Just thought I'd get that out of the way for you.
No, I appreciate it. That's a good one. Yeah, I was actually just getting ready. The other thing that's we're working on is getting Update 36 Patch 2 ready to go. It looks like it'll probably be later this month. Probably not next week, maybe the week after. Probably the week after. Yeah, stay tuned on Lamania. We're probably going to get another Lamania build, just because we had a few issues. And assuming that works, it might be next week, I'm guessing. On the other hand, other than the DDO store thing, we kind of got a lot of feedback already, so I'm not sure that we really need another Lamania. It would mostly just be for, you know, folks of benefit.
I just like the option of having an external and internal browser.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Again, just a reminder, if you are still on Vista or XP, you are stuck with an external browser, and that's due to required PCI compliance. But assuming you have a modern operating system, you're going to have a checkbox to make it external if you want to. Hey Mops, I am on Sarlona. I'm going to week 1 of 2. Kind of looks like it's going to work out pretty good, assuming U36 Patch 2 hits towards the end of the month, and next week is my final week on Sarlona. I'll be on Thelanis, where I've got my most active characters right now, including a cleric or a favored soul, or a paladin that I'm just going to look to TR right as it comes out to take advantage of either the favored soul or the cleric boost. So, should be able to show off that stuff here pretty soon.
Yeah, and you might want to mention to the chat, we still got more room for people. We are a raid.
Indeed. Send a tell to Bean, B-E-A-N-E, if you want in.
Unless you want a short minute and legendary raid. It's up to you, Jerry.
Yeah, we'll see. I just went in on a hard, so hopefully it won't be too bad, but... Alright, so, Steelmaster24 on YouTube asks, I have a question directed at the Cleric Healing domain. Why is it Empower feat instead of Empower Healing feat? It's a very good question. A good suggestion, frankly. I think the reason it's Empower is mostly just due to flexibility. More people take Empower than Empower Healing. But in the Healing domain specifically, you raise a good point. Maybe it should be. If I've not said already, is my son safe from the storm? Yep, no problems. They went inland last Friday, stuck around through Monday, and I headed back to Georgia yesterday. So they're looking just fine. Nice mops, that's great.
Anyone want resist or Death Ward?
I don't need resist. I guess I could do Death Ward. Joe Hoffman asked a question I don't have an answer for. Clerics are getting a free Heart of Wood, Lesser Heart, to allow them to get the domain feats. I don't think Favored Souls are going to get a free Heart of Wood because I don't think they need it. You know, provided they have enough levels of Favored Soul, they're just going to do it.
For clerics, that's what you said. I doubt it that they're getting for Favored Soul.
Yeah, I was trying to rack my brain, and I can't think of a reason why we'd actually need it. So I think Favored Souls, I mean, they're going to get their bonuses just from being in the class, right? So.
Yeah, but then again, you never know. Because there might be a glitch in the feats, too.
Tempest's spine rises into the clouds. A molten ring surrounds the base of the spire.
Have we fixed Feral Charge to work with ranged weapons? I don't know on that either. I think so, but I'll need to double check.
Here in the belly of the mountain.
Hey Jerry, quick question. Should we look more towards the beginning of October for the pre-orders?
I can't even hint at that at this point. Sorry. I can't mess with our marketing plans.
Alright, thought I'd ask.
It's been a while since I played this character on Serlona. Hopefully I can remember how to do it.
Yeah, we'll just use you as a loot sacrifice, Jerry.
Really? We don't have anyone who can disable this?
Normally the giant disables it when it runs through, but just not in legendary. Res inbound.
Macubre, I would like to know if the increased durability on quarterstaves is as soon as you log in, or do you have to acquire new quarterstaves? Oh, geez, that's a very good question. I think it will retroactively work, and the reason I think that is that it's a property, I believe, where quarterstaves were set just frankly too light. We need someone with intelligence here. Really? Nobody?
Druid Pet can get it.
No, not clubs too, just quarterstaves. So I think it's retroactive. If Lidabelle shows up in chat, I can ask her, she'd know.
Pup can get it. If I remember right, the druids, both the druid, the arty, and the other guy that gets a bed.
We can skip this part.
Yeah, looks like maybe we're gonna have to.
Yeah, I got an 18 intel. I ain't even touching that thing.
Yeah, 19 here.
Harsh drow voices echo off the tunnel walls. A small force lies in wait in the dark cavern's head.
Here's hoping we can complete with just the 2 runes.
No, there is not a way to have more than one iron stone at a time, but I believe we do have an item that has multiple stones swinging around the head, so that's probably what you're seeing there. Just a dump stat in this group. Yep, apparently.
I'm tagged with the warlock and killed.
That item that they're talking about comes from the in the Hall of Heroes.
Right.
The one with the mushroom lady. I would call her by what I really call her, but I can't remember.
I've got 3 negative levels.
Rise inbound. When the warlock has to res the party.
You know, someone raised a good question, though. I'm going to have to double check on the favored soul respec. Maybe we are going to do a respec after all, because now that I think about it, they're right that at level 2 you get to choose between charisma and wisdom for damage, so I think we would need a respec in order for current favored souls to do that, but I'll double check.
Thank you.
That would actually be the smart move.
I accidentally declined that.
There's inbound again.
Thank you.
No worries, I got your back. And a healing spring.
Oops. Shit. Man, I really need to move that. Keep on doing that. Alright. Elemental
Nice work,
Victory
Paul.
from TOE Part 2. Will hirelings end up getting domains too? No. Hirelings are not going to get retrofitted with domains. If we were to make future hirelings, perhaps we would, but no.
A stifling confidence you have not seen.
Ah! Oh, ouch. One shot.
Where's inbound, Jerry?
Yep. I have not heard of any plans, Steelmaster, to change the level 12 sorcerer ability Stone Grab to not have its DC based on Constitution.
Okay, it says he's feared, but he's chasing after someone.
Yeah, he's chasing after LPR. Why don't you bring him into a melee line there, LPR, so that the melees can help take care of this guy.
LP, jump up here. You can get him from up here. If you have aggro.
So rather than just have the melees chase around in circles, have the melees form a line, and then basically bring LP, just bring the guy through the line, and then surround him.
LP, can you jump up here or no? Because if you can grab this ledge up here, you'll just stick on the wall.
Alright.
on his weapon and slides
job,
to the
everyone.
ground, motionless.
Nice work. Yeah, if you can grab this ledge, he'll just stick right on the wall. This ledge right here.
Alright.
Beyond the magical barrier lies a massive
Someone over on Facebook mentions Larafay's exuberance. It's absolutely working as intended, that Larafay basically be the spammer of, Comet Fall on that. It's just always been that way. It was deliberate.
Anyone got negative levels still?
In a recess against the wall. A murky pool of water descends into darkness. A golem patrols dutifully near a rest area in a side passage.
Okay, so it's confident there.
No problem.
Through the murky water, you see a dangerous nothing can hold your breath that long. A junction in the tunnel leads to the left or right. Water extends to the ceiling of the tunnel, showing no signs of where you may draw a breath.
Hey, yeah, Jerry, you saw that screenshot I put in Slack earlier, right?
Light filters through a hole in the roof of the tunnel.
I did. Why do you bring it up?
I don't know. Maybe there's something missing. What happened that day?
Water breathing? What's water breathing?
Yeah, who needs water breathing? Come on.
Stone pillars poke through the surface. of the
Not my fault you dove into a
This may
pool
be
of
a
water
good
with
spot
just
to regain
heavy
your
armor on.
breath.
The bigger question is what happened to the cleric? Oh wait, they don't exist.
Nah, they will pretty soon though, that's for sure.
Right?
Hipperin, any advice for a new character, Gnome Barbarian? I have to admit, I am not a huge Barbarian player, although I do very much love my Barbarians on Wayfinder and Argo.
Another beast
The general, I think, trend tends to favor Frenzied Berserker. I really like Ravager, but that's just me. So I think I'm a bit of an outlier there. I'm not rolling my daily dice. Not on this
A
character.
gnome barbarian?
Reason I'm not rolling daily dice on this character is because I don't need to. This character is already capped, and I'm not going to be TRing anytime soon.
That they're doing get boost to their intel. They may want to go into the Harper Tree and max their intel through the roof.
That's not a bad idea.
I love stoning beholders.
Yeah.
barrier collapses, allowing access to the room.
Well, I guess we better shrine.
Is the Lesser Heart of Stone plus
I'll get
20
the
not
stone.
supposed to be in the store? It is
It's not.
temporarily in the
Okay, I
store.
got it.
So it comes in and out of the store. So if it's not there right now, that is indeed deliberate. Sorry. It's something we bring in and out the store periodically. Yeah, like I said, I would. If I was going to TR being here anytime soon, I'd roll daily dice and stockpile them, but I'm not. This character is pretty well set, I think. Any news on the TR front? So we're continuing. We actually, our engineer is back in the office after a little mini vacation and is working on it this week. During our stand-up this morning, she was talking about how
For
she's
first
working on it.
lifers, the daily dice is a good thing.
Oh, for sure. So, progress is being made, but we're not ready to announce
I've
anything
had
about it.
guildmates use the daily dice to go from 1 to 20 in about a week. Just stockpiling like thousands of them.
Yeah, you can. If you want to. Hopefully not thousands. Because where are you going to put them all? And the main reason we're not really getting a lot into what the specifics are of our TR fixes, we don't want, at this point,
you
it's...
can't use them on other characters.
At this point, it's really kind of up in the air. We have a couple of different things that we're investigating in terms of how we might resolve it, and I don't want to set an expectation of, you know, us doing X or Y and then we do Z instead. But it's the basic idea is we're going to be eliminating this as an issue, and however that ends up happening, the main thing is no more issues. They're very rare. They are still very rare. You know, it's like less than 0.001% of reincarnations, but they're very significant when they happen, and we're well aware of that.
Guard this room. A sealed door across from the entrance looks recently used, as the dust in its base has been disturbed.
Oh, where am I going? Here we go. The issue is very, very rarely people will true reincarnate and find themselves with some of their TR cache, some or all of their
Did you
TR
pick up
cache
the
missing.
stone beam?
I did, correct.
Alright, just double checking.
That would be just like me not to, but I did.
Better safe than sorry. Can I just say these rust monsters, when they're big like this, are kind of cute?
I know, right?
The little ones are freaking ugly, but when they're massive, they look kind of cute. They don't look like freaking insects as much.
Swirls the dust in this dim chamber.
I'm pretty sure there's a limit to how big they can get before problems start arising.
Bestiad, bring S in chat.
Well,
Any
in
plans
some
on a
D&D
new
lore,
class?
some of them were as big as a freaking truck liner.
Any plans on a new class? No. The next thing we're going to be doing is a new race, and that'll be the Asimar. That's what we have next on tap. I'm sure we will have a new class eventually, but Up next is going to be the Vistani Knife Fighter, which is a universal enhancement tree, and the ASMR. So those basically would take those resources that we would otherwise use for a new class. Alright, who wants to be the guinea pig?
I just jumped across.
I got one.
I'm surprised no rogues showed up for this.
The grid of Riley voice goes out.
Alright,
Wait for it.
congrats.
Oh, ow. Yep. So is Azamar coming out with the expansion, or is that
Sealed
just
doors along
yes?
the top
Yeah, that's the
Raven.
plan. That's the plan, is to release it with Ravenloft.
as you continue forward.
Alright, sweet.
You know what? I can't wait for the mimic event to come out.
Yeah, I missed the first one and I was kind of pissed. The computer decided to deck that.
Guess we should have gone in on normal, huh?
A wicked sensation washes
you.
over you as you enter the junction. To the left.
Yes, Dirty Dexter, Ravenloft is going to be sold as an expansion.
You guys decide on what time y'all want them to debut the mimic event?
Yes, but we're not ready to announce it yet.
Okay.
The Titan asks if we've decided on when we're going to bring back the Mimic Hunt. The answer is the tech to allow us to do it's going to be an update 36 patch 2. That's what's got the new loot and kind of the new Mimic tokens and that sort of thing. And then, you know, shortly thereafter, we will have a new Mimicon. I have actually not personally myself seen what the ASMR look like yet. A lot of that artwork is actually happening right now. At this point it's mostly, at least my understanding is mostly it's been systems work at this point.
I wish there was a way to cancel a scroll cast.
Yeah, or a, a dancing ball cast. That's the one I constantly miscast. Will the ASMR be modeled after the human DDO form or a new base model? I believe it's a new base model.
I remember when we did the band dancing ball and the flag of the server and all that.
I heard Sev talking about it, and I believe Sev had said that it is indeed a new base model. Can't really talk about any sort of like pre-purchase extras or any of that sort of thing yet. It's just, we're just not ready to talk about it yet, sorry. What is my character name? My character name is B-E-A-N-E. Let me write that in. Will we see any new iconics? No plans for that short term. I'm sure we will someday. But I have not heard of any plans to do any new iconics in the short term. Any news on the Cleric update? It's coming. Should be most likely towards the end of the month. And it'll be an update 36 patch 2.
I gotta ask, why doesn't the inevitable show up under the monster manual?
Probably just someone forgot to add them.
He hits like a truck, though, on legendary.
Right? Yeah, you face the same guy in Ron 3, a guy's like a pushover, even in Epics.
We'll have more information about what, if any, pre-purchase bonuses and such there are. King Cosma, as we get closer to announcing it. Certainly when we announce the pre-purchase program, we'll have that information about what kinds of things, you know, what the various tiers are of the packages and what they'll get you. You're right, there might be Southpaw discrimination. As someone is pointing out, whenever you jump into a hole, why is it that you almost always turn right? I was just trying to think about that a little bit before answering. And I think that there is sort of a natural tendency to turn right. Maybe it is a southpaw, or a right-handed person thing.
Jerry, have you guys figured out what happened last Lamania build?
Yes. There was a issue with the, basically, internal servers that are used to prop Lamania. We have not really thought about doing a new monster manual volume. That's not to say we never will. It just it hasn't risen on the priority list. Yep. I don't know if Lamania will be back prior to update 36 patch 2. That's a question for QA, and they're the ones who are going to have to answer that. Welcome. It worked generally fine for the very first day for the dev chat and such, but then subsequent days were, yeah, kind of a disaster. We had some instability somewhere that had to get addressed in regard to our tech. Okay, so we're one rune short, and we're just gonna have to try to, we're a little under geared in terms of our DPS, so I'm sure this is gonna go great.
I'm gonna get back to the shrine real quick.
Yeah. I don't really have a plan of action other than do our best.
Yeah, take off your feather fall.
Good point.
Do we have all 3 runes?
Nope, only 2.
I'm trying to get the end rune.
because we couldn't get that enter in. Let's see. So basically, inside of the office here, we are doing polish on 36 patch 2. Steel Star today is working on
Not me.
finalizing the itemization for the Mimicon. Oh, by the way, as someone pointed out on Lamania last week, we missed bringing back into the Mimic Hunt reward tables the Mundane Mini Mimic and the Malachite Mini Mimic Creature Companions. Someone brought that up in the forums, and we did catch that, and now they will be included. So those two Mimic Hunt pets, as they were, will be in the reward list for the Mimic Hunt. Yeah, I tend to agree. I think the No Feather Fall is a little overrated as well, but that's just me. It does help only because it tends to shoot you out farther if you have Feather Fall on. You're so doomed. Doomed, I say, doomed!
Hey, don't count us out yet, Jerry.
Alright, yeah. So it looks like we've basically got as many of the runes as we can get in, and now it's just going to try to be a beatdown here.
Hopefully it doesn't reset every time.
Yep.
Ow.
I don't think so. He still got his healing up.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen either. Ow, that's a bit much on damage there, Jerry.
No, it isn't.
I just went from half to negative 1,000.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did too, but I took 1,500 points of damage. But then again, I have way too few hit points for a level 33 quest. Reverse beatdown. I like it. Yes, it's true.
Yeah, I don't think this
Snow
is
White
gonna
Fox,
happen
we
here.
do have a crawling coin.
As much
Creature
as I'm
companion as
you
well.
guys-
Is the first rune healing rune?
Yeah, it is.
You can get through it, but we need more DPS, I think, than we're really able to dish out here.
Alright, well, it looks like he's not hitting as hard.
Yeah. His regen, though, is just keeping him at the top. Well, very slowly he's going down, but not much. Nah, he's just regenning too much.
Yeah, I think this is a wash.
Yeah. Feel free to take a dive off the cliff so you don't die if you want.
One false step on this edge could lead to a disastrous plummet. Peering over the edge, you realize that a fall from this height would be devastating, if not...
Well, it was a good try anyway.
Or we could go back and get the first rune. Try.
Well, who's got the intelligence?
Don't look at me. What's the dog's intel? Because that dog should have like a 50-something intel.
How about you, Cavallo? What's your intelligence looking like? A can of paint for the pet rock. That's a great idea. I love it. Trying to remember my sense o direction. Oh yeah, here we go. We're right here.
Well, if nothing else, we can just go do level the heroic version and friggin' smash his head in.
Well, it's all right. We only have 10 minutes left of the stream here, so that's okay. Alright, recall out then. That sounds great. It was a good shot.
Yeah, it sucks we couldn't complete, but it's early in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, at least this raid is better than riding the storm out.
Right?
What don't you like about riding the storm out?
Reverse gravity actually bugged out on my character, and I rose to be a cyberspace guy.
Is there a chance with something like the Onyx Panther coming with Ravenloft? Yes. Yes, there is a chance.
Yeah, sometimes that anti-gravity shoves you through the sky if it doesn't have a ceiling.
Yeah, we were looking at that just recently. We haven't yet found the solution to it, but perhaps.
Couldn't you just put a giant invisible dome over the battle area? Like you do for the walls of the marketplace?
I don't know. Perhaps. Maybe.
Yeah, it's an idea. If not, just make it if you go past a certain zone, it warps you right down to the ground and cancels it.
Yeah, it could be something like that.
Yeah, because I thought you guys had something similar to that in, what is it, Reaver's Refuge or whatever that raid's called.
Oh,
Where
yeah,
it
you mean
warps
like
you
the
into a
anti-gravity?
dead zone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Just have it like warp you to another zone and just get rid of the spell. Hiker's Fate, that's the raid I'm thinking of.
Yep. Yeah, you can kill both fire and ice at the same time. It's a little tricky, but I think I have seen people solo it. Typically very high DPS, very good multi-life builds, but it is, you know, theoretically possible. Ah, sorry, Paul. Oh man, that hasn't happened in a while.
You got me.
Oh, never mind.
Front of the stream
Yep.
is in Giant Hold.
Yeah, I was in Giant Hold, but I'm just kind of... I forgot I was in a raid group here. It's fine. I'm basically kind of wrapping up the show here in a couple minutes anyway. So, it's alright.
Well, there is a quick raid quest we can go do.
Yeah, which one would that be?
We could go do the heroic chrono. The
Yeah.
only difference is that it's like it's smash, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, that sounds fine. Let's see if we can do Heroic Chrono in five-ish minutes. I like that idea. That's a great idea. Let's do it.
I'll grab raid and share it. Let's smash some souls. I think the Delos are going to rue the day they messed with the epics. You come to my city?
The devils that did actually try to destroy the marketplace once.
Yep. Yeah.
You have arrived at the Chronoscope excavation site. Nelgan is here somewhere, but can this place truly help her find her
Yeah,
brother?
normal, don't
or is
care.
she being deceived?
This is about speed. Let's see how quickly we can do this.
Nelgan smiles at you
Gary,
and
I have
turns
a
to speak to the others.
suggestion
Professor
for,
Tremus
next week.
gleefully turns to the nightmarish Mind Flayer. Caratrix, begin channeling Nelgan's
Sure.
thoughts into the Chronoscope. Now, Miss Nell,
We could do
this is very
epic
important.
hard or
Think back to the
normal.
last time you saw
Black and
your
blue.
brother.
Yes, that was in Stormreach. He was performing.
I don't think I could do that in 5 minutes.
By the pawn exchange, the day the devil
Flag
army attacked.
Riding the
The
storm.
devils overwhelmed us. People were panicking, trying to flee, and I lost.
You're right
sight
though,
of
5
them.
minutes is unrealistic for Chrono because you've got more than that of just cutscenes and stuff. But still, we'll see. We'll see how
Nell
quick we
and her
can do this.
companions vanished into a portal. Before you can follow, a green creature
I'm actually doing a
appears out
lot of
nowhere
streaming
and
here today
sneers.
because I've got
Yeah, if everyone's flat, we could always
bunch
go
of
do
Lotro
the,
stuff going on.
Ron,
In case you don't know, on the Lord of the Rings side, they're doing basically kind of a player-run Olympic week-long event on one of their servers. I'm using my admin to be a camera person.
It appears Caratrix survived their attack. The Mind Flayer struggles to its feet.
Yeah, Black and Blue is very long. At least long-ish.
Is this
I don't think I've ever completed it in less than a half hour at least. Harnkegger, yep.
Pillage and slaughter. A mystical doorway floats against the east wall of the tavern. Whoever created it may be powerful enough to help you find. Down below you is the marketplace.
And once
Now
that's
war
done,
zone
I'm
in the
actually
midst of a
hoping to
devil
bring
invasion.
the
At the
DPS
center is a huge red tent, but it is not the
event
tent you remember.
to the game world,
Something
so stay
strange
tuned
is
for kind of an
happening there.
announcement on that. Can I explain this raid? Only did it once and was hopelessly confused. So, the sort of birth of this raid comes from a marketplace tent event that happened many years ago in DDO's history. It was a multi-week-long event where we blew up the old marketplace tent and replaced it with what you see now.
To their Lord's March branch just next door. There you must acquire the
And so we repurposed that experience into a raid here. So the basic run through of the raid is fairly easy. You talk to Veneer, you make your way to the tavern, you go from the tavern to the bank here, then you go from the bank back to the tavern, you get sent into the sewers, and then you do sort of the final fight. That's really all there is to it. I don't think we would do another unique event like that. As cool as it is, and it is very, very cool, it was really expensive and difficult, very disruptive to the content sort of creation stream, and ultimately people have really positive feelings about it now, but at the time, performance in that was a real challenge. So,
At last, this sewer entrance is sealed by
like, I remember that night, and there's a lot of complaining about lag and stuff, and we had dozens and dozens of instances of this sort of thing. So I don't know. I don't know. It's very, very cool, but I just don't see us ever doing something like that again.
To work is the market would freaking lag out to no end.
Yep. How bad was the old marketplace? It wasn't so much bad. It just it had a lot of platforms, that kind of vertical platforms.
The sliver of time must be destroyed in order to save Nell, but it's somewhere in the market tent. Only hours ago, Devil Legions moved through the steam tunnels in an attempt to flank the prey. At least some of them, as the Orthon Archer collapses from your relentless blows. Now, somewhere in this sewer should be the portal to the market.
Hey, he's lucky I'm not on my main build. He would have got one-shotted.
Tremus is attempting to summon the Devil General to this tent, but when he sees you, Tremus stops his incantations and fumes. It's you again! What does it take to make you give up? My Abishai minions, come! Destroy the
Will there be any quest to introduce Ravenloft? No. Most of our content is going to the creation of actual Ravenloft content. The way it's going to work is, a little bit similar to, say, like Against the Slave Lords and that kind of thing, where you're going to be... Although we're going to have kind of lore reasons for it, where you sort of find yourself in Barovia. And I don't want to get too spoilery here, but, there are people who know about sort of certain weather-related aspects of Ravenloft that play a role in it. We're just not ready to start taking pre-purchases of Ravenloft yet. There's a lot of, say, marketing and approvals even with licensors and things that have to go into that, and we're just not ready to do that yet. All that work is ongoing.
Scream of 5 voices, the Abishai perish in a swirl of power.
We got a body clogging the path.
At moment, you become aware of something new and powerful arriving in the tent. A gigantic devil now stands next to Tremus. It stares disdainfully down at him and bellows, "Why do you summon me, Tiefling? Are you so eager to die?"
Yeah, the Tremus dialogue is pretty great. It really is.
When I use the sliver of
I
time
wonder
to
who the
drain
voice
your
actor was
youth.
for Slamates.
The sliver of time shattered. How?
I thought that was Cookie.
Whatever the devils are
So if you
doing,
don't recall the old marketplace, it was a large marketplace tent, and it had these kind of platforms that wound back and forth through it, where you'd have the various vendors in that. And they would be on different levels. It was actually larger inside than it was outside. And it just didn't really make...
the tent begins fluttering with a massive impulse of
It ended up being, not as valuable as other ways to use vendors in that. So it kind of just became a bit of a pain, which is why the team, and I wasn't a part of the team then, had long wanted to...
The devil magics around the market tent have finally reached their peak.
redo it. And so the impetus of the event, I think, really came about of someone saying, maybe we should just blow that thing up. And then it turned into like this big event, which was cool. So, how long did that take? 8 minutes and 5 seconds. And we could have shaved off another 30. Easy. On that one. Maybe even more.
fun Easter egg for new players that want to go searching out and then explore. Go to interaction or looking around out in the Slayer area out in the back. You might find something from this raid.
Ah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. In Three Barrel Cove.
It's an interaction, not a 3-barrel.
Oh, is it? Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, it's in. I think it's in both, actually.
Yeah, so I was gonna say it's the little Kobold Island there at Three Barrel Cove, which also is a bit of a play on words for those who remember.
And there's also some dragons back here that you talk to throughout the quest too.
Yep, yep.
Blondine and Bella are back here. If you ever want to see their human form.
Alright, that's gonna wrap up the show here. I will get you guys a DDO points code probably tomorrow because I'm a little busy this afternoon. So probably tomorrow it'll get out to you. And that's just for joining me. Thanks very much. And thank you very much for watching the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream here on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. If you would give us a follow, we'd really appreciate it on Twitch. You'll be notified for when we go live with shows like this. You can also find our full schedule on Twitch, and we do have some openings. So if you're a DDO streamer, if you're a live streamer and think you might want to be on the channel, let me know and we'll work something out. Also on YouTube, subscribe to our videos. You'll get them in that big long subscription feed. And if you give us a like on Facebook, you'll get not just live streams, but also news and things like that as well. Alright, I'll be back on Friday at noon for Friday afternoon. Until then, have fun. See you soon.